How to buy multi-unit properties. I get this question all of the time. How do I do it, Noelle? How do I do it? Well, I definitely know the answer, and I'm gonna share it with you. Let's go. So you're interested in buying multiple unit properties, and you are definitely on the right track. Multi-unit properties are one of the best real estate investments around right now. And I'm gonna tell you why. I actually started investing in real estate, but I did not start with multi-units. I literally started with single family homes. And one of the things that I've now started to do over the past couple of years is sell off a lot of those single family homes for multi-unit properties. And the reason that is because it really gets pretty expensive managing properties one by one by one. As you can see, multi-unit properties allows you to rent and have one place, have multiple tenants. It lowers your risk, okay? Because if somebody is not able to pay, or you have to evict someone, and you have just one house and that one tenant is not there, you have 100% vacancy, okay? That means you're getting no money. But if you have a 4-unit and only one of those units is vacant, then you have 75% of your property occupied, and you're getting most of your money. And so that's one of the reasons that you really want to get into multi-unit properties, and probably one of the reasons why you're watching this video right now. So let's get to it. So when we're talking about multi-units, we first have to define, are we talking about 2 to 4 units, or are we talking about major apartment buildings, okay? And I'm gonna tell you the difference really quickly. So if you get a 2, a 3, or a 4-unit property, that is still a multi-unit property. However, it is considered residential real estate, and you can get regular residential financing in most cases. So you can really start to get a multi-unit without having to come up with a big down payment, without having to have super good credit. So basically just basic mortgage qualification is really all you need to get a 2 to 4 unit. Not much different than it would be buying a house, okay? The process is pretty much the same. The money is pretty much the same. Everything is pretty much the same. There's a few caveats, but not that many differences. But when we are talking about 5 units and up, we are now into commercial residential real estate. So the more units you have, sometimes it does really reduce your risk. Getting financed for those 5 and up units has different caveats. It's a whole different system, but it's not hard to get financed for apartment buildings. Many people think that it is because you need more money, but they're a lot more lenient about where some of the money comes from. And many times you can do a lot more joint ventures and have more people involved in the transaction when you are buying an apartment building versus buying 1 or 2 houses, if you get what I'm saying. Totally need to decide, which one are you going to go for? I'm gonna give you some hints. If you haven't purchased a home before, you're kind of new to this, I suggest staying on this side of the lane, 2 to 4 units, but I'm gonna give you some great information on 5 and up, because there's some good stuff there too. So when we're talking about buying 2 to 4 units, you will find those properties pretty much the same way that you find single family houses. You will go to Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, you'll find a realtor, pretty much the same process. So when you do your search, you wanna just make sure that you are filtering for duplexes, triplexes, or quadruplexes if you're looking for multiple units, and exclude all of the single family homes, the condos, the townhomes, and things like that. Now, if you are going to look for 5 units and up, you're going to have to use a website called LoopNet. That's probably the best place to find commercial real estate, and then you're gonna filter out all of the office buildings, the medical centers, and things like that, and just look for residential commercial real estate. So that's how you're going to start your search. The next thing when we are talking about buying multi-unit properties is using other people's money. Again, you can find plenty of them on the website that I gave you, LoopNet, or you could even give our office a call at 888-479-4542. So that'll give you some information on how to quickly find those properties. So once you have financing in place and you've decided whether you're going for a 2 to 4 unit or a 5 unit, and you are looking for lenders and you've now decided which category of lender, you want to find who is going to give you the best terms for what you're looking for. Now again, if you're going to the 2 to 4 unit, That is residential real estate. There's some awesome mortgage programs out there. There's even some down payment assistance programs out there to help you with those purchases. So contact your local lender and start looking into that. If you are looking to do a bigger apartment complex, 5 units and above, you have a myriad of options for your down payment. Because in most cases, you're going to have to put down 20% with most of the loans for commercial lending. But the great thing about commercial financing is that they allow you to be very creative. You can pool your money with different investors. You can do seller financing. There's a lot of different options out there. Programs are always changing, but they're looking for people that are willing to manage the properties and have some experience and want to do this. So don't hesitate to reach out to those lenders that you find on LoopNet and see what they have to offer. And then last but not least, when it comes to buying multi-unit properties, you need to review the documents, okay? So especially if we are talking about buying an apartment building, we're talking about 5 units and up. You want to see what the rent rolls were. How much are people paying? What did they pay? Let me see a spreadsheet. Let me see the records. Let me see what people have been paying. How often are they paying? When are they paying? How often? Is anyone delinquent? Are there any vacancies in the property? In some cases, if all the units are occupied, sometimes that means the rent is too cheap. So you want to see this information. And then last but not least, they have something when you're buying commercial property called T12s. And basically that just stands for trailing docs for the past 12 months. And that's where the owner of the commercial property, that apartment building, they have to give you those last 12 months of records. You need to see all of what happened, all of the expenses, all of the vendor bills, all of the invoices. What did they spend money on? What did they do for the past 12 months? You want to see all of that documentation. So if you would like more information about real estate investing, I have created an entire course for free just for you. Just go to noelsfreetraining.com and check out a free training that I made just for you. It's a full course. It's probably a little over an hour long, so I couldn't really upload it here to this YouTube, but it's for you and I want you to check it out so that you can get all of the information, the knowledge, and things that you need to be successful. This is Noel, to your success.